Welcome to part 9 of the Tokaido Challenge video series. My name is Tony.Vega. I'm a podcaster, content creator, writer. I do a bunch of stuff, but late last year in 2023, I walked from Kyoto to Tokyo. That's about 500 kilometers along a route inspired by the old Tokaido road. And it was quite challenging, especially because I'm legally blind. So there are obviously 8 other parts to this video series. I depart from Kyoto and make my way all the way to Kanagawa Prefecture, where I am at the start of this video. So if you've missed out on those, go check those out. There are links down below. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to grow the channel, so any engagement is very much appreciated. And of course, if you want to support what I do financially, there's Patreon. There's also Ko-fi for one-time donations. Links down below. All right, that's it. Let's get into it. Here is part 9 of the Tokaido Challenge. Tokaido Challenge day 23. So today is a super light day. Well, first of all, hey, my name is Tony, and I'm walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. That's around 500 kilometers. I'm legally blind, and that has caused some complications, including yesterday, which I will get into briefly. Currently, I am in Hiratsuka in Kanagawa Prefecture. So yesterday I made it to Mishima, and then I skipped the Hakone area and came straight to Kanagawa in the Hiratsuka area. And this is pretty close to like major areas, like for example Yokohama. Even Tokyo's not that far away. So we are definitely in the much more urban area. Like, for example, these streets are quite narrow. Like, these are side streets, but this one's a little bit wider. But, some of them were quite narrow a little while ago. There's a lot, there's more people. Like, this is still, like, the suburban area. We're not in, like, the main city areas. But you can definitely tell the difference between this and some of those parts in Shizuoka where we were. So... yeah, I'm coming close. I guess I'm going to have to walk like around 100 kilometers or maybe even a little bit less to get to my final destination, Nihonbashi in Tokyo. So that is the official start of the Tokaido road, the old Tokaido particularly. My route is inspired by the old Tokaido road, but it's not directly, like exactly the same. Anyway, so I'm headed from Hiratsuka to Oiso, and it's 4.4 kilometers from my hotel to Oiso station, which is headed back west towards Kyoto, towards Odawara, towards Shizuoka, etc., etc. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do today. So why am I doing this short little segment today? Well, if you watched what happened yesterday, for me yesterday, so day 22, October 12th, I guess, 2023, I made it to Mishima. So for me, that was clearing out Shizuoka. But I took a fall in Mishima. And I got banged up. My knees, my knee areas, not my knees exactly, but right by the knees, and my hands. There's some, scrapes and stuff. So my left side, totally, I'm not feeling it when I walk. I do still have some, if I touch that area, it is tender and. It did bleed a little bit yesterday, but walking, no pain at all. Right hand, that pinky is still hurting a bit. The wrist is certainly still hurting. When I don't move it around, it's fine. Doesn't hurt, doesn't bother. But doing stuff sometimes, it hurts like the thumb a little bit. But the main problem here is the right lower right knee area. Ooh, that was probably the hardest hit. I hit the ground, and it hurts when I walk, and when I move in certain directions. When I put, when I step up onto like a step, right? So I don't want to push myself too hard. Today I was thinking I'd take the day off, but here's the thing. Tomorrow I was planning to do Odawara to Hiratsuka. I think that's around 20 kilometers. I don't want to do 20 kilometers tomorrow. I want to do less. So I decided I'm just going to do like the roughly a little bit more than 4 kilometers today. That'll be super light compared to my usual 20 kilometers or so. And then tomorrow that'll bring it down to 16 kilometers maybe. So it's quite a bit, less compared to, 20 kilometers plus that sometimes I do. So that'll take a little bit of stress off tomorrow. And it's just a light walk for me today. And yeah, I am feeling the pain a bit on my right knee area. Not the knee itself, it's like to the side. Oh, I hear a school in the distance. What is it? It's lunchtime, maybe. Yeah, it must be close to 12 or 11:30. I got a late start. Oh, I slept till almost 9 o'clock. So that's the longest I've slept this whole trip. Usually I've been sleeping like at 6.5 hours, 6 hours, sometimes even a little bit less. Whew. Busy days sometimes. Go to sleep late, gotta wake up early. So anyways, good to get a bit more sleep than usual. And anyway, yeah, I do feel the discomfort when I walk. So decided to take it easy today. Just gonna do the 4 kilometers in a normal, non-stop walk, good pace situation. That would be less than an hour. But given the current, pace that I'm going at and how careful I'm being, so that I don't, worsen the knee area. Yeah, this will probably take like an hour and a half at least. And that's fine. And I'm getting to check out this little neighborhood and I am going to get out to the Kokudo Ichigosen eventually, I think. But it's not that much of a walk. So after that, I'll head back I'll get on the train from Oiso Station, get back on Hiratsuka.
Turn right.
Sorry. So after that, I'm going to get on the train at Oiso Station, head back to Hiratsuka. We'll see. Maybe I'll get something to eat and then just relax in the hotel room. I don't want to push myself too much today. I need time to recover. So that's day 23. It's a little bit of a weird day, but I need the recovery time. And then tomorrow will be a little bit of a light day, hopefully. 16 kilometers, that is light for me. But hopefully it's not too much for my knees. But I do have a little bit of wiggle room with the time, so if I need more time, that's okay as well. That's it. We'll see. If I come across anything interesting, I'll be back. You may be wondering, so what are you going to do about Hakone? You skipped Hakone. You totally skipped Hakone. I know. I don't want to skip Hakone. Well, with my knee in this shape, I should not be doing Hakone at the moment. But thankfully, a friend in Tokyo has agreed to come along with me. Let's see, am I going the right way? If not, the phone will correct me. I made it to Oiso, and I think the station is on that side. Not sure. I'll figure it out in a moment. I'm just going to walk a little bit. So it took me a bit over an hour. So it's probably like 30 minutes more than the Google Maps estimate, but that's fine. That's within my own personal estimate. I would like to find something to eat here. It is 12:39, I think 12:40 by the time I started recording this. So it is lunchtime. This is not a major station. Definitely seems like a little bit of a quiet town sort of area. I think Hiratsuka might have a little bit more stuff. So maybe I should just head on back to Hiratsuka and look for something to eat over there. But anyway, my knee is feeling okay. Like once I get walking, I guess it warms up and it's not that bad. I did kind of bump into a pole, hit my pinky again. That hurt. It was a slight bump, but it hit me just in the right spot where it hit the pinky. Oh, that was painful. But I'm good. All right, so you know what? I'm just going to cross on over, check out the station, because there doesn't seem to be much on this side. But anyway, I did my walking for the day, and I guess I'm going to head on back to Hiratsuka, check out that station area.
It's raining.
I'm back in my hotel in Hiratsuka. Same hotel. It just got cleaned up, made my bed for me. Yay, woo. Okay. So I went to have lunch in Hiratsuka and I went to, there's a building right by the station, of course, like most Japanese train stations. Let's see what the view is here. I don't know. Second floor, so there's not much to see. But anyway, so I went to the, the nearby little shopping building that's connected to the train station. And I just went up to the third floor. And because, well, I tried to go to the top and it ended up being the third floor in that area because I know there's restaurants in the top. So there were restaurants there. I was right because that's just how Japan is. That's what it tends to be at the top. You get the restaurants of these shopping buildings, right? So I ended up at a soba place. I had tempura, sushi, probably around I would say 1,000 yen, probably around 1,000 yen. Good meal, it was good, good amount of food as well. And next to me, there was this older lady, and she started talking to me. Well, first she noticed my eyesight. I came with the cane, and the server kind of assisted me over to the table. So she noticed, right, that I was having trouble with my eyesight. She helped me out with the chopsticks. And then we started chatting. And it ended up being that she had been to Hawaii 33 times. And I live in Hawaii. And then we started talking and talking. Well, she started talking and talking. I was kind of just having fun with it and going along and asking her a couple questions and joining, having fun with the conversation. Very nice lady. Just wonderful, nice lady. Big soccer fan. She was telling me about how she went this place and that place, like for her team, for her soccer team, to watch the match and all that. And then, Hawaii and how she's been to New York and California and Disneyland and this and that. Just, man, she's been all over the place in France and Europe and this and that. And then so, we probably talked for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And I ended up, okay, thank you. We said bye and I got my so they put the little receipt, not in the receipt, like the order slip that of what you ordered, they put it on the table. So I took that, went over to the front to pay. And then she comes in from behind like, no, let me pay. I'm like, no. And then she paid for me. She paid for me. Oh my God. And I was like, no. But she just barged right in. So yeah. And then from there, she walked me back to the hotel where I was coming anyway, because she lives like right here. So she knows this whole area. So incredibly nice lady, and very nice to talk to her and get to know her a little bit. Yoshiko. So it was wonderful, to get to know her and yeah, I got a free meal out of it. That wasn't the intent at all. I was not expecting that at all. And I feel a little, bad, but she was not having me, say no. So, thank you, Yoshiko. Thank you, Yoshiko. But it's really interesting, right? How this whole white cane, right, and my eyesight and this and that, it plus the foreign aspect of it, right? I stick out and it's easy for her to talk to me and this and that, the Hawaii thing and all that. I don't know, the combination of all this stuff sometimes opens these little doors and makes these experiences possible that wouldn't be possible for other people, perhaps. So, yeah, fun experience. I wanted to just, record that. And we'll see. We'll see if this happens again. I don't know. Like I stick out, and people, they sometimes they want to talk to me. So we'll see what happens next time. I still have like about a week here, so there's still a chance something else could happen before I leave. Tokaido Challenge Day 24. Whew, we're almost at Tokyo. But before I get into that, I should just briefly say, my name is Tony, and I'm the creator of JapanKyo.com, Japan Station, Ichimon Japan podcasts, and I do a bunch of other stuff, including Majison, my original character, but I won't get into all that. Currently, I am in Odawara. Odawara is the first castle town that people would arrive in when traveling from Edo. So we're talking about the Edo period, 1600 to 1868, and the Tokaido Road was one of the, perhaps the most famous and well-known, that's kind of redundant, but and maybe even important of the various routes that connected Kyoto and Tokyo. And when you were walking from Edo, now Tokyo, this was the first castle town that you would encounter. Bicycles, So this is Odawara in Kanagawa Prefecture. Yesterday I took the day off. I was thinking of doing that anyway, but then I took a fall 2 days ago in Mishima and really banged myself up, especially the right knee area. It still hurts, but it's better than yesterday. And you know, part of the reason why I fell was because, well, I'm legally blind. I was a little careless and I hit a kind of little tiny wall ledge thing and just kind of, yeah, fell forward. So that was unfortunate, but you know, that's part of the journey. You know, I'm dealing with that and I got to be a little more careful. That's for sure. Well, I am being more careful, but you know, got to keep that in mind. So Odawara is a very popular site, and the station was quite crowded. Given that this is not the central Tokyo area, it was pretty crowded. Seems like a lot of tourists, people come in to see Odawara Castle, probably because the bullet train stops here. So I will be coming back here on on the 18th, which is day 28. Today is day 24 of the Tokaido challenge, you know, walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. On day 28, I'll be back because I'm going to be walking part of Hakone. Unfortunately, not the whole thing because it's just not possible. I'm going to be walking part of the Hakone mountain, you know, that area with a friend from Tokyo. So she's coming down. So we're going to take the bullet train from Yokohama to here and then change the train line and get to that area that we're going to walk along. So I'll be coming back in about, I guess, 4 days. And unfortunately, I can't do all of Hakone. I would love to, but it's just not possible. And as I mentioned, you know, due to my eyesight, you know, it is dangerous to do something like that by myself, and I had to just make that call to, you know, for my own safety. One day I would love to do the whole area, and maybe one day that might happen, but this time around, unfortunately, it's just not possible. But I'm very happy that I will be able to do part of it. Anyway, so yesterday was a day off, but I did do one small portion. I walked from Hiratsuka, where I'm staying in my hotel, to Oiso, the next station over. That was about 4.4 kilometers. So today I have to fill in the gap between Odawara and Oiso. And that's about 16, 17 kilometers. So I'm going to get started on that. It is a cloudy day today. I hope it doesn't rain. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. But I do have my poncho if it does. Anyway, so I'm going to get ready to start walking. First stop is probably going to be, what's it called? It's called Kamonomiya Station. It's like only 3 point something kilometers away, so it's fairly close by. So I'm gonna start heading that way. So I'm still in between Odawara and Kamonomiya, the first train station after Odawara when you're heading towards Tokyo. Just reached this bridge, so there's a river. There's a nice wide open area there, like a park, almost like on the bank of the river. What is this, police? No, that's an ambulance, I think. At least the shape of the car seemed to indicate an ambulance. But yeah, there's this river here. I'm not sure what the river is. Looks quite calm. Picturesque. Let's take a look here. Very nice. A little while ago, I was walking on the road, and of course I was looking for somewhere to eat. There aren't that many places along the route that Google Maps is taking me, but I did end up in a bigger road for a little while, and there was a ramen place just right on the side of the road. It was nothing fancy. It was a little, you know, old, a little bit dirty, I guess, like that kind of like just, you know, old style local place, which I love. And there was a few people waiting outside, so I lined up. Turns out the main thing that that place is known for was wonton, the chashu wonton men. So chashu is the roast pork that you get in ramen, and well, you know, from Chinese cuisine, but you know, you see it in the red pork, right, that you see in what's it called? Yeah, ramen and Chinese food. And then wonton, of course, you know, you probably know wonton, like wonton soup, right? So it's a ramen with wontons in it and a good amount of chashu. It was quite good. It was 1,200 yen. So, well, like $9, $8, something like that. It's ridiculous. I think that's like half price of McDonald's, at least in Hawaii. I haven't been to McDonald's in years, so I I don't know the exact price of what a full combo might be, with like a Big Mac drink and fries, but I know it's in the upper teens. I'm pretty sure it is. So, like 16 or something, maybe even more. I'm not sure. But this was 1,200 yen. It was a lot of food. Like that was plenty for lunch. I don't want to eat more because I still got to walk like 10 kilometers. Yeah, I'm gonna get sleepy along the way. But yeah, it was a great meal, cheap, and that's the thing about walking in these more urban areas, right? Like you do come across stuff like even convenience stores, of course, and little shops like that, especially once you get around the train stations. Unfortunately, the Kamonomiya one, the one that I was at, didn't really seem to have much, but that's fine. That's fine. I managed to find a nice spot. That doesn't happen in Shizuoka. At least not along the route that I was going. There was not much along most of those roads that I was on. So I was completely relying on convenience store rice balls and sandwiches and the occasional bento or pasta or salad or something like that I would buy in the morning, put in my pack. This morning I specifically decided I'm not going to do that. I don't want to eat anymore rice balls today. Yeah, so now, I still like them, but when you've eaten them, almost every day for over 20 days, perhaps, or around 20 days, there were a couple days where I didn't, but yeah, when most days for almost a month you've eaten rice balls, you go, okay, maybe I'm ready for something else. Just left Ninomiya Station, and now I'm heading towards Oiso Station, and I'm not sure. I think that the road for cars, maybe, like the cars may pass over this. I'm not sure. It's a little, pedestrian. Oh, it's a train. That's the train. Shut up. Very interesting. And there's like water all over here. Like water down there. Like I can hear the water flowing. I'm not sure what the best. There we go. Yeah, that's all water. Interesting place. Oh, I think I gotta turn here. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Off to Oiso, and then we're done for the day. I think I should be there within an hour and a half, as long as I don't get lost. Let's go! I am back at Oiso Station. I've arrived. So that means I've cleared out Hiratsuka to Odawara. Oh, well, the other way around because I'm coming from Kyoto. So it would be Odawara to Hiratsuka. So yesterday I did Hiratsuka to Oiso. So that was 4.4 kilometers. Finished it off today. That's about 20 kilometers. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Kanagawa, starting to clear that out. And then tomorrow I'll continue eastward. So tomorrow Hiratsuka to Totsuka. The day after, going back to Hakone. And then the day after, it's Totsuka to Kawasaki. And then the day after, I think, might be a day off. And then Kawasaki to the final destination, Nihonbashi. We will have made it all the way from Kyoto. Troubles and things along the way, but just a few more days and I'll be in Tokyo. So that's it for today, probably. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with, what is it? Tomorrow is day 25. Okay, Tokaido Challenge day 25. I'm shooting a video. This is ridiculous. Worst weather yet. We're crossing this bridge. It's absolutely ridiculous. Wind, rain. I'm gonna stop filming because my phone is getting all wet. I'll film again later. But this is how the day is starting. We're walking from Hiratsuka to Totsuka. There you go. Horrible weather. Worst weather yet. we did it. So a little after 2, but we're here, we're here. So that's it. Hiratsuka to Totsuka, complete, clear. I am now in Yokohama, and this is my hotel room. So, hey, I'm here. So there's a mirror. This is a really nice hotel, and it was so cheap. It was, I think, like $50. Like it was like way cheaper than the most expensive one this whole trip. Sorry, my stuff is all over the place. But yeah, really big bed. I think this is a queen size, big space. Computer desk area. Like I'm looking up the Hakone stuff. Yeah, the fridge, little table here, like that. You don't see that very often. Um, yeah, it's really just nice and spacious. The rest of the hotel is also quite nice. There's actually a restaurant, a little thing in the first floor, like a cafe, restaurant, bar kind of thing. Yeah, standard bathroom. And overall, it's quite nice. The service is great. Like I'm actually doing laundry. I have to go pick it up in like 15 minutes. They helped me out with that because it was one of those really confusing, like, pin number washing machines that I can't see the buttons. So they helped me out with that. The service was great. So, really good price. This is like the price of like a cheapo business hotel, like an Appa hotel. This is like basically in that range. And look at this. This is amazing. So, just yeah, I'm really really happy with this hotel. I'm gonna be here 3 nights. This one is called Hotel the Knot Yokohama, like the knot, like as in when you tie a knot. I guess because we're right on the bay, Yokohama, and all that, the ships and the marine museum and all that. We're in this area, so the ships and knots and all that. TV, yeah, stuff. I don't know. Like instead of a closet, it has like this open area, and that's fine. Nothing weird about that, I guess. A little bit different. Little shelves with like a mug and stuff, mirror. Like yeah, like the room is great, and the rest of the hotel is great. So if the price is great, I do. So far I'm very happy with this place. Um, anyway, so today was a crazy day. It was a crazy day. So my friend Neil came down from Tokyo to walk with me, and he's someone that I met through this whole digital art NFT stuff that I do. Great guy. I've known him for quite a while now, and I'm so grateful that he came down. So I don't know where to point the camera. So at me, hey. So Neil came down, and we walked from Hiratsuka to sorry. I think I hit one of the sorry. I hit one of the hangers. Um, so he came down to Hiratsuka, where I was up until this morning. Or yeah. Well, that I checked out this morning, and we walked to Totsuka, which is one station before Yokohama, actually. But it's a really long gap in between. It's like 13 kilometers in between, so it's quite long. But anyway, the he came down and we walked, and it was like just raining, like the worst weather this whole trip. It rained like for like 2-3 hours, and we crossed this river where it was like ridiculous. Like it was like a typhoon was hitting. The rain and the wind. It was like, man, it was the worst weather this whole trip. My pants got wet. My socks got wet. Everything got wet. It did dry out, and I'm okay and fine, but it was crazy. So, but it did start to calm down like a couple hours afterwards, and it did get a little sunny right at the end of our walk. But anyway, we made it to our location, Totsuka, by 2 like 10, which is so much faster than what I would have done by myself. That was like 21 kilometers walking, and he was so fast, and he was great. Like, okay, we got to turn here, we got to do this, we got to do this, and he was just on it. Looked at his phone just for a second. He could see the sidewalks, unlike I can't see where the sidewalk ends and where it goes and all that. So saved so much time. Like we didn't get lost at all, because I get lost all the time because of my eyesight. We got there just super fast. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I would have probably gotten to Totsuka in like 4 o'clock, and we got there at like 2:10. So thank you, Neil. It really reminded me, like, man, it is tougher to do stuff when your eyesight is not good. When you're visually impaired, like woo, so many things are like more complicated or like take longer and stuff. And it's not a complaint. It's just it what it is. But woo, sometimes you go like, oh wow, yeah, that's right. Like you can do this a lot quicker than I am. I would be in Tokyo like probably I would have gotten to Tokyo like 5 days ago if I was fully sighted and was doing this and it was like I wasn't getting lost all the time. So woo, it's just funny, but it just goes to show like I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this. So this is its own challenge for me, a unique challenge, and I'm facing it head on. So we got to Totsuka. So basically, what's left is Totsuka to Yokohama, Yokohama to Kawasaki, Kawasaki to Nihonbashi, and then I'm gonna spend a day in Hakone with my friend. But I'm gonna split this up over the next 3 days, I guess. So tomorrow, I think I'm gonna walk from Yokohama to Totsuka, which is actually quite long. It's only one train station, but I think it's only like I think it's like 13 something kilometers. So I think I'll just do that. I'll call it an early day tomorrow, and then the day after I might do. Let me see. Tomorrow, yeah, the day after I might do the Kawasaki up to Kawasaki, and then the day after it's the Hakone, and then the day after it's the last thing. I'll be arriving in Nihonbashi. So that was great. Here's a little story that happened to me. Well, this is something that happened to me right at the end of the day when I was going back to Hiratsuka after finishing my walk for the day. I went back to Hiratsuka to pick up my bags, right? Because I left them in the hotel. And then I was going back to, I was going to Hiratsuka. I picked up my bags and I was going to come to Yokohama, right? I didn't want to carry my bags the whole, trip to during the walk today. So I went and I got to the train station. I got off, and then this guy starts speaking to me in horrible English. Like it was really I barely understood like what he was trying to tell me, and it was kind of after the fact too. So basically, what he was telling me was like, "Oh, you're using your phone on the train, and you have a white cane, right? Like the cane that I always use when I'm walking outside, right?" And he was telling me like, "You shouldn't be using a cane because that's for people that can't see." But you obviously can see that's my cane, and because you were using the phone. And I had to kind of decipher this, and then like I tried to explain to him in Japanese, like, look, just because you have a cane, like I'm partially sighted, but this cane does not necessarily mean that you can't see at all. But he didn't like want to listen, and well, there's plenty of people like that, right? They don't want to listen. They just want to, just talk to make themselves feel better, I guess. So like this is how I use the phone. Like I'm right on the phone. Like my nose sometimes touches the screen, and then I have to like magnify it. So like there's an accessibility feature. Sorry, where you tap 3 times and then it zooms in like that. So you see that. I think you can see that, right? I think it's on the screen. Hopefully. Um, so I have to zoom in and then hold it like close to my face like that. Like that's not how a normal person uses a phone, right? And I don't mean normal in a judgmental way. I mean like fully sighted. Maybe that is certainly the better way to say it. So anyway, no offense intended there. Normal, abnormal, whatever. Fully sighted person would not do it like that. So anybody with a little bit of thinking power might think, oh, this guy really has horrible eyesight. But this guy, no, this guy is like, oh, he's using the phone. So you better not be using the cane because that's for the people that can't see. But no, dude, no, 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 no. So a cane does not mean that you can't see anything at all. A cane is two things. A cane you use to navigate, to, understand what's around you when you can't see or you're at all or partially, blind like myself. That helps you navigate safely. The other thing that a cane is for is to let people around you know that you can't see very well. Because, for example, me, like, I can kind of get by in a lot of situations and I can look like I can fully see, but I can't. And that's actually more dangerous because, people assume that I can see and then they might crash into me, like if they're on a bike or something, right? Because they expect me to get out of the way, but a bike is coming at me so quickly that this hypothetical bike that I can't get out of the way, right? So that's when the cane comes in. The cane lets them know, like, oh, this guy can't see very well, or at all, somewhere in between. Who knows? I don't know. But the point is, I should get out of the way of this guy because he's not going to get out of the way of me. And this goes for cars. This goes for people. This goes for people with their children. They go, oh, this guy's coming. Let me get my son out of the way. This, toddler or whatever. So that's the two purposes of the cane. And this guy that was talking to me, he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing this and that." And he was speaking to me in horrible English. And then finally, after I tried to explain to him in Japanese, but he wasn't listening to me. He tried again in English, and then he said, "Do you understand?" Or he said it in Japanese or in English. I can't even remember. I knew this guy was like trouble. This guy's like, I have to get out of here. Like there was something. I was getting bad vibes from this guy. He was kind of being aggressive in not like physically aggressive, but his attitude. And then so he asked me like if I understood, and I don't remember if he did it in English or Japanese, but anyway, I said wakarimasen. I don't understand because I really didn't quite understand everything he was trying to say in English, and despite the fact that I answered him in very understandable Japanese, like he was still trying to speak to me in English, so it was just ridiculous. But then he got fed up and he's like, "What I'm saying is that that you shouldn't be using a cane because you can see." And then he like stormed off, and I just stood there, right? Like I honestly, like I felt so pissed off at him. I felt like like I wanted to punch him or something, but I didn't, and I understood that reacting or doing anything would not really accomplish anything, right? So I just stood there, let him go, and that was it. But and this is not a complaint of Japan. Like saying that this is a Japanese thing is certainly that's utterly false. This is a just stupid person thing, right? This is a person that has closed themselves off and refuses to understand that there's nuance and complexities to the world, and there's all kinds of people with visual impairments. I can't see in the middle. I can't see regular sized text. I use magnification. I use stuff like this, literally like a physical magnifier, like a magnifying lens kind of thing, or like software. Like I said with the phone, like tapping and all this stuff. There's technology and there's things to assist the visually impaired that let us do things that maybe we would not be able to do otherwise, or that would be even more difficult. So but he apparently has no interest in understanding that, and rather than asking like, oh hey, like I see that you're using the phone and it seems like you're really close, so I can you see or not see, like you're using a cane, this instead of sparking a conversation and expressing curiosity and trying to understand before passing judgment, he just assumed that I was trying to use a cane to somehow like take advantage of society in some way. Like it's stupid. It's utterly stupid. And but that was his assumption. So anyway, there's people like this in the world. It doesn't matter whether it's Japan or the US or wherever. There's always going to be people like this. So this is not again a Japanese thing. This is just something that happened in Japan, but it's more of a reflection. Well, it's completely a reflection of that individual rather than Japan as a society, because overall, like I've run into so many super helpful, incredibly nice people here during this whole Tokaido challenge thing, where I've been walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. I've been over what, like 400 kilometers probably at this point, especially if you include my getting lost kilometers. It's been incredible, and people have been so incredibly nice. People have just helped me beyond what they needed to, just all over Japan, right? From Kyoto to Tokyo to here. There's been so many people that have been super nice, and I've been moved, touched, and these are people that I know, people that I've met along the way, people that I've met online, people that I've just run into in a restaurant, this and that. So in that regard, Japan has been a wonderful place, and the people of Japan have been incredible, and I'm super grateful, because I would not be able to do this without the help of, for example, the front desk here at the hotel, who helped me operate this ridiculously complicated washing machine. So, overall, my experience here has been incredible. And things like the audible, crosswalks, and the beeping at the ticketing, gate for the trains and all that. Like, that's incredible. There's so many wonderful accessibility features here in Japan. But I just ran into one guy that was an a-hole. I mean, that's it. He didn't want to ask. He wanted to just accuse and assume things that he has no comprehension, no understanding of how the world really is. Most people are not 100% completely, totally, utterly blind. Most people have some level of eyesight, whether it's visibility for whether they can see light, or whether it's like me, or different, or one eye, or this or that, or everybody's unique, and we all have our own different things, and some people can see more than others, blah blah blah, but apparently he doesn't understand that. So but yeah, other than that, it was another good day. We got a lot done, made great progress, and I think tomorrow I may do a fairly short part, but important. I got to get from Totsuka to Yokohama, and then get that out of the way so that I can knock that out, get ready for the last couple days. So anyway, it's like midnight right now. I got to go pick up my laundry and then get some sleep. All right, so that was day 25. Day 26 starts next. It's crazy. I'm in Yokohama. This is crazy. So, I'm Tony, and I'm the creator of JapanKyo.com and Japan Station, Ichimon Japan. As I just said, I am in Yokohama, so very near Tokyo. I started 26 days ago, I guess. I started walking from Kyoto to Tokyo, and I am now so close to Tokyo, but still need a little more time to get there. So today I am walking from Yokohama, where my hotel is. I just left my hotel, and I am heading to Totsuka. So Totsuka is where I left off yesterday. So yesterday was the day with the horrible weather, and I didn't film that much because, well, it was just like, let's get to our location as fast as possible because we are like in a freaking hurricane, and thankfully it did start to get better towards the end of the day, but still, yeah, I didn't get that much footage because well, also there wasn't that much to film, but anyway, we made it. That was like 21, probably a little bit more, 21.9 or something like that, I think, maybe even a little bit more if because we were going off on a different, way, this and that, whatever. Anyway, let's just say 21, 22 kilometers. Today is shorter. Today, I think it's about 14 kilometers in total from, what's it called? Yeah, Yokohama to Totsuka. But I'm going to make a little pit stop in Higashi Totsuka, just around the 7-8 kilometer mark, because just want to have a little break time, restroom. If I have to buy anything, I can usually do it near a station, like a drink or something, or lunch or whatever. So that may add a little bit of distance to the total, but I'm just going to say around 14 kilometers. So that'll fill in the gap from Totsuka to Yokohama, which means I will have walked from Odawara to Yokohama. And then tomorrow I'm going to have to do Yokohama to Kawasaki, and then I'll be pretty much right at the door of Tokyo. heading upstairs. So I'm not at a train station yet. This is just somewhere. I guess still in Yokohama, probably, but making my way towards Totsuka.
迷いなくかかりつけの医者にお願いすることもある1月末に答え出してたらしテストしたいから助かるね地球のリビングからお分かりするこの実験体にならない視聴率も足りないと思うあなたは眠りに落ちていきたい冷静へ飛んでしまった猫窓から
Another slope here that I got to climb. There was another one back there, actually, that just looked just like this. This is not the standard asphalt.
Continue straight.
So continue straight. So yeah, like I did go down a little bit, but I've mostly been climbing. This is really interesting. I wasn't expecting this much climbing. But hey, my geography isn't that great because I can't see the map too well. So I'm just gonna continue climbing. Woo!
ならない視聴率も足りないと思うあなたは眠りに落ちていきたい冷静へ飛んでしまった猫50人が50人腰掛ける椅子をたくさん集め寝ているのは1人か2人順番に待ち時間を利用する犬はベランダで目立とうとして水をこぼす誰かが笑ってあさってのカレンダー間違い探しの旅に出る電球機から天気予報を順番に予想して占って部屋から出るのは1人私公共手段迷いなくかかりつけの医者にお願いすることもある1月末に答え出してたらしテストしたいから助かるね地球のリビングからお分かりするこの実験体にならない視聴率も足りないと思うあなたは眠りに落ちていきたい
Tokaido Challenge Day 26. Totsuka Tochaku. So we've arrived in Totsuka. So 昨日ね。昨日は平塚から戸塚まで歩いて、今日は、横浜から戸塚まで歩きました。So yesterday, we went from Hiratsuka to Totsuka, and then today, Yokohama to Totsuka. ってことは、横浜から、小田原ね。小田原から横浜までクリアです。神奈川はね。あともうちょっとです。あともうちょっとで終わりです。So, this means that we cleared out Odawara to, what's it called? Yokohama. So, Kanagawa is almost done. That means we're almost in Tokyo ね。明日は、横浜から川崎まで。So, tomorrow, Yokohama, Kawasaki. And then that's the last portion in Kanagawa. And then from there, it's on to Tokyo. We're almost done. Almost done. ね、明日川崎到着した後も、あとはもう東京、日本橋。もうね、箱根も行くけどね。箱根も行くけど、1日だけ。So we'll go to 箱根 one day, and then that's it. Last day, 19th. ね、day 29 is the last day. もう少しだ。はい、戸塚です。戸塚。Alright, guys. また明日。Tokaido Challenge Day 27. So we are in the Yokohama station area. Like the station is that way, I believe. I just spent probably like 30, 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, basically lost in that area trying to get around the station. Google Maps, I guess, tried to take me through a shortcut through the station, but then once Google Maps is in the station, it just becomes horrible. But anyway, my name is Tony. You probably already know that. I don't know how I'm going to edit this all together, but I may as well just state for the record, I'm the creator of JapanQ.com, Japan Station, Ichimon Japan podcast. I been doing Japan-focused content since 2016, I believe, and I do a bunch of other stuff. Currently, I'm in the process of walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. That's around 500 kilometers, and I happen to be legally blind, so I use this cane, and I get lost a lot. But I've made it all the way to Yokohama. So yesterday, I basically cleared out I walked the area from Odawara to Yokohama. I mean, I did that over the course of what, like 3 days, 4 days? But I made it officially to Yokohama in terms of the distance that I walked. So currently, I am heading towards Kawasaki. So Kawasaki is about, I think it's about 10 kilometers from here. It's really not that far. Usually I would do 20 kilometers, or often I would try to do a bit more. Today's going to be a short one. I'm going to probably walk to Kawasaki. Well, actually, the station after Kawasaki, which one station past Kawasaki, so that I don't have to walk as much tomorrow, or rather the day after. So today, walk to Kawasaki, and then, Rokugodote is the name of the station that I'm actually going to be going to. At least that's the plan for now. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go with my friend to the Hakone area. I won't be able to do all of the Hakone area, this whole like mountain area. Had to skip that, but since I'm going with a friend, I'll be able to check out some of the old Tokaido. It'll be, much safer compared to me just trying to do that by myself, because it's not like just like this, like a walking area, like paved and all that. Anyway, so that's tomorrow, and then the day after, I walk from the Kawasaki area, Rokugodote probably, to Nihonbashi, and that is the start of the Tokaido Road, the old Tokaido Road. For me, it's the end because I did it in a sense backwards. I did it from the end point to the beginning point, from Kyoto, Sanjo Ohashi, the bridge at Sanjo, to Nihonbashi, which is in Tokyo. So that's it. That's it. I have today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and I will have arrived at my goal in Tokyo. And it's already amazing that I've made it this far, given all the troubles and everything that I've had to overcome, the eyesight, the fact that it takes me so much longer to like just get anywhere. Even finding my hotel sometimes on the phone, it'll say 4 minutes, and it ends up taking me 20 minutes because it's just not easy to navigate these confusing areas, like with the train stations, and then Google Maps doesn't really work very well inside the train stations. Basically, it stopped working. The live view, that's so helpful, but inside the train stations it rarely works. So just all this stuff I've had to deal with, the literal like falling injury, like I had to deal with that and all that stuff. So it hasn't been easy. It's been fun though. It's been fun. So I still got the better part of, I guess, 3 days. I already started on this day, so it's 2 full days and whatever's left of this one. So I was in that area. I'm still on the same street, and I was trying to find a bathroom and a place to eat. I found both. Oh, there's a bell going off. Interesting. So I ended up finding a ramen place. So I was walking by. I saw people standing outside. Then I heard the clerk asking like what firmness they wanted, whatever. And I know like at ramen shops, many they ask you for the firmness of the noodles. And then I smelled the tonkotsu broth, which is a very distinctive smell. And I figured out, yeah, this is a ramen place. So I ended up eating there. It was very good. I really liked the broth that they had. So enjoyed that. Used the restroom there, and it all worked out. Thankfully, I ended up in this nice little like kind of commercial shopping-ish area. There's other restaurants. Like I smelled Hamburg a little while ago. So there's more stuff this way. I actually found one of the shops, I guess, towards the outskirts of this little area. And there was more over here, but that's fine. I'm very happy with my ramen choice. It was some good ramen, good price, of course, like always. I think it was like 1,200 yen or something. Uh, and we're heading off to Kawasaki, so that should be in 3 point something kilometers. So should be there very soon. So I've kind of stepped a little bit away from the city area. It seems I'm on a bridge. First major bridge I've been on in a little while, at least today. Yesterday we did cross that one with was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. The crazy bridge. Well, the bridge itself wasn't crazy. It was the weather that was crazy. The rain and the wind. Whew. Yeah, that was insane. That was a super rainy day. It was like being in the middle of a typhoon or hurricane or something. So yeah, just a little bit more till Kawasaki. We are at Kawasaki Station. This is Kawasaki. We made it. We're almost at, Tokyo proper. Actually, the next station, I'm gonna walk one more station. It's about half an hour. It's called Rokugodote Station. Rokugodote Eki. That is Ota City, Tokyo. So we will be in the larger Tokyo area, but not, the core Tokyo area where, that is where I'm heading to Nihonbashi. So we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost friggin' there. Oh, Kawasaki. All right. Let's finish off the day. Let's do the other 30 minutes and we'll be done. We'll be done. We'll be done. So close. So close. Oh, oh. I'm on the last little stretch before reaching Rokugodote Station. The bridge, river. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of bicycles in the area. Thought I heard the beeping of the train station entrance over there. Maybe that was my imagination. But this might be the last major bridge before Nihonbashi. Rokugodote 駅到着です。こんな感じです。今電車が上へ通ってます。So this is Rokugodote Station. I am in Tokyo. Crazy, 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 crazy. ね、東京にいるっていうことです。Amazing. Alright, so we're done for the day. I'm going back to Yokohama. Tomorrow, Hakone. And then Thursday, day 29, Nihonbashi, we finish. I arrive 4 p.m. Thank you so much for watching part 9 of the Tokaido Challenge video series. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment. Do you have any questions about the Tokaido? Any ideas, any comments, any thoughts? Leave me a comment and drop me a like. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to grow the channel, so any engagement really does make a huge difference. And of course, don't forget to come back for the next one. In part 10, I'm going to be in Hakone. There's going to be some wonderful hiking. There's also going to be, spoiler alert, Mount Fuji. You're going to get to see Mount Fuji. So come back for part 10. It's going to be a good one. We're almost at Tokyo. The series is almost done. So again, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.